Hello everybody, and welcome to Cobcast, where I tell you a different story every month. And don't mind me, I'm going to be tying my boots real quick. And I'm going to show you something that, honestly, I think everybody should know how to do. It's nothing very difficult. Let me make sure I'm on camera here. Let's see. Yeah, can't hardly see me like that. So, I want to show you, something you can make out of an everyday item. And I'm getting ready for work, so getting my boots on, and I'll show you how to tie a shoe knot. I'm kidding. I want to show you how to take something very, very simple and make it into something very, very useful. And that involves a steel can. This was a can of corn. Could have been a can of beans. Could have been anything. It's just a can. And all you're going to need is some very, very basic tools. And I'll show you what I'm going to do here. But essentially, I do have a welding glove. Oh, I'm sitting on my barrel. Don't forget that. I got my trusty barrel that I'm sitting on. You're going to need some very, very basic tools. I need a shoe spoon so bad. Obviously, I have a hand problem. I broke my thumb. But it's better, so. We're getting back into the regular gig of regular life. Doing regular things like regular people. That sounds so lame, but I don't care. Just trying to get back in the groove of doing stuff, and I want to share you guys a video. So, the tool I'm going to make for you, like I said, there's a lot of things you can make out of a can. You can make little burners for heating up food. If you got two cans, you can use one to heat up the other can of food. But I need a pair of shears. You don't really need anything other than a knife, to be honest. But I will show you what I would recommend if you're doing this for the first time. Definitely some kind of protective glove. I have welding gloves, so helps keep you from cutting yourself. Welding glove, can. I like a good pair of shears. And some sort of knife. Something to cut the can. Initially, you don't really need it if you got shears. You could do it with a knife or with shears. So it's really not too crazy specific. Like I said, I got my barrel. I'm going to sit here and show you how to make something. Now, the reason that I would use the glove would be if I was using just a knife. If you're out in the field, if you're out doing your thing, you might not have gloves. So just don't cut the crap out of your hand, because then the tool you're going to make is going to be useless. Well, maybe not useless, but it's going to be a little bit harder if you can't function, right? So, I just have a box knife razor blade here. And I'm going to put my glove on, because I'm going to put this on my lap. And what I'm going to do is make an incision across the can. On a lot of cans, there's a flat spot somewhere. You could use the bottom of the can. Some cans aren't ribbed like this. Like small cans like peaches and stuff like that. The mandarin oranges and stuff, they have smooth sides on them for whatever reason. I guess because they're smaller cans. Basically what I'm going to do with this is cut all of the smooth part from this top ridge off with my knife. And once I get all the way across there, I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Oh, you're also going to need something round. You could use a pen, a stick, anything remotely round. Just not your finger. And yeah, like I said, I broke my thumb, so this cast should be coming off today. It's 2026 now, And they've got these casts that are removable. It's kind of like a brace, but you could change the plates in it and move them around. And it's pretty nice, because it's nice to be able to take it off. Anyway, so I got this flat piece. Now, this is where the shears really come in handy, because yes, you could do it with a knife. If you like your knife, you will destroy it cutting open cans. Even my shears. There we go. Alright. So what we want is a thin strip of metal. And when it still has this rim on it, it's going to be a little bit hard to bend open. But that's okay, because we got to square this up anyways. So now I'm going to take the shears, go along, and make this into one nice, straight, concentric, not concentric, but even strip. So there goes the rim, cut that off. You could still use the other rest of the can for something else if you feel so inclined to do that. But we're gonna cut this in as straight of a strip as we can. Like I said, you can do it with a knife, just don't cut the living crap out of yourself. I like shears because it doesn't leave jagged edges. Alright. Now we have this. Now I guess technically you really don't need anything round. I'll try to do it without using anything. Don't know how well you can see here, but we want this edge to be relatively straight. I'm going to cut that and use this can as a little disposal. Relatively straight. And you're going to bend this into a circle. And you can just kind of, at this point, it doesn't really have too much for sharp edges. So, you're going to want to bend it into a circle like that. And then kind of push the edge up. Like that. Super, super simple. That's all you really need for that portion. And then you're going to cut a mouthpiece. So, I'm going to cut this. You're going to want it a little bit longer than what you would expect because you're going to fold the edge over. So, I'm going to cut that over. Pick it up off the floor. Is it starting to resemble something? Now I'm going to take another strip of this. Since we have all this extra room, we're going to put a flute on it. Not a flute like the skin flute that you might play. Not that kind of flute. Let's see, how big is this? We need it to fold over halfway, so we need to cut it twice the size. It's very, very simple. So we're going to cut this. We're going to set it on here like that. Just set it on. Take each end of the strip. Fold it over itself. Now what that does is leaves a little funnel. And this will take adjusting. You'll have to kind of play around with it to get it just right. Leaves a little funnel for air to go through. Now, the reason that we left this extra tab is so you could fold this back over onto the other side. Super, super, super simple. Now, you blow air into it. See if we got this right first try. I got one in my bag. It's funny, the different sizes you make them, they make different sounds. They're super easy, super creative. See, I got one right here. I just threw in here. I made this probably 10 years ago, and I found it in an old refrigerator. So yeah, just however big, however wide you cut them, and whatever angle you change on the shape for it, different sound it'll make. Just hold your fingers on the side, and that blocks the air. Now, here's something interesting. Let me find something real quick. I got some airsoft BBs. You could theoretically put tape or something on the side of it, and where you don't have to hold your fingers on the side. This is just like the quickest, easiest way to make a whistle. But you could do the official whistle with having something in it. And these things are fucking loud for what they are. But yeah, you could have something in there to rattle. Just something fun I thought I would share, because normally Cobcast is telling stories. Well, that's my story about how to make a whistle. And I hope everybody enjoyed learning something, even though it's retardedly simple. Excuse that word, but it's I don't know, something I thought would be nice for everybody to learn, because what else you got to do today other than learn something, right? Everybody have a fantastic day, and I appreciate you for watching.